I ain't disrespecting, but I went in on his ass. Yo, B-Marsh Moxie, I'm back. And wow, what a fight, man. What a fight, man. This fight was definitely the fight of the night tonight, y'all. Robeisy Ramirez, the Cuban, gold medalist, coming into this fight, a guy who, yeah, Robeisy crying, man. Look, Robeisy crying. See? He crying. Hey, Robeisy balling, man. But that's on him, man. That's your fault. Hey, Robeisy Ramirez came into this fight, man, and hey, man, the height difference was crazy, though. You know, this Rafael Espinoza guy's 6'1", Robeisy's 5'6". He got this ESPN. He's a Cuban. Remember, he's a Cuban who got a headliner on ESPN to headline this show tonight for the whole country, the whole world. Whoever got the worldwide leader of sports around the world, ESPN, they can get to see the man Robeisy Ramirez headline the show in Florida in front of a big Cuban contingent. You know what I mean? Big Cuban contingent in there. And Robeisy Ramirez, man, just like his pro debut, man, you already know what it is. You know what I mean? Now, this was a big matchup, height difference. You know what I'm saying? Robeisy Ramirez being 5'6", fighting this guy who's 6'1". And Rafael Espinoza is a guy who was punches and bunches. This guy looked like Paul Will. It was like Paul Williams and Margarito in there, man. You know, these guys was throwing bombs, big punches, numerous combinations. No defense really. You know what I mean? Robeisy drops the guy in round five, you know. And after round five, he just trying to go for the headshot. He was trying to go for the kill. You know what I'm saying? He didn't rely no more on his boxing tactics, uh, or to he just basically was trying to go in with the one hitter quitter. You know, and Robeisy Ramirez is a heavy-handed dude at the southpaw position. I gotta give it up to him. You know, he's a heavy-handed dude. He lets his hands go, and he's a big puncher. You know, but Robeisy Ramirez, man, he should have been more patient. You know, and I know what Robeisy Ramirez' problem is. This is a guy who has an extensive amateur background, two gold medals, if I'm not mistaken, as far as his amateur pedigree. And I mean, he's the last man. The last time Shakur Stevenson lost a fight, it was to Robeisy Ramirez in the 2016 Olympics. You know what I mean? For a gold medal. Shakur ended up with the silver medal. And Robeisy in 2012, he beat Tugsart. What's that man's name? Nyambia. Remember the Nyambia guy who was fighting that featherweight division, fighting guys like Gary Russell Jr. Tugsart Nyambia. Yeah, I mean from Mongolia. That's who Robeisy Ramirez beat in 2012. This guy, that's two Olympics. Two Olympics. That means you're not a professional. You That's 8 years out of your life. You know what I'm saying? You right? Huh? Two Olympics. That's 8 years out of your life. Yeah, I mean. So this guy, his mechanics, his body mechanics, he ain't built for this pro boxing game as far as going 12 rounds, etc. He's conditioned to go in that little 3 rounds that he's used to in the amateurs, you know what I'm saying? You know, Robeisy Ramirez, man, when the pressure got hot, when it gets hot up in the kitchen, Robeisy Ramirez, man, he couldn't take the pressure that this guy was applying. That's why Robeisy Ramirez is here crying, y'all. You see the man, he there crying. You check it. That's Robeisy Ramirez there crying. You know what I mean? So, he drops the man in round five with the big overhand right. Boom, he drops him, you know what I'm saying? That's the right hook from a southpaw. It's a very nice punch, you know what I mean? And he drops the man. You check it, Espinoza in round five. Like I said, he kept going for the knockouts, big time slugging. He trying to go for the one hitter quitter. But this guy is also like a Terminator, man. He kept coming forward, Mexican style, you know what I'm saying? And he took them punches, but he was also landing big bombs. And this guy Robeisy Ramirez got tired. He got tired. His gas tank got exposed. And another thing Robeisy Ramirez don't have, and it's really and truly, I don't know no Cuban fighters who really have an inside game. Yes, the inside game. Down in the trenches, that is where Robeisy Ramirez had to be tonight, considering how much weight, height he was giving up. He was not there. And when he was clinching and holding out for dear life because he was tired. And this guy, to me, won all the championship rounds. And that's what won him this fight. The rightful man won this fight, you know what I mean? Matter of fact, Robeisy Ramirez gets dropped in round 12. And, it was a barrage of punches, and he just went down, took a knee. He was exhausted. It wasn't so much because he was woozy and hurt, and the man, I mean, nah, it was a lot of punches coming, but the man was also tired, and he went down in front of all the Cuban fighters, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, Robeisy Ramirez ain't got it in him, man. Robeisy Ramirez, don't you remember he lost his first professional fight to Aiden Gonzalez. Aiden Gonzalez, as of today, he's 5-4. Been very inactive. Last he fought was in 2020. But hey, Robeisy Ramirez is now 13-2. You know what I'm saying? Can he become a world champion again? Yeah, possibly. Depends on who he's fighting. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm saying, it's the boxing game. He might maneuver and try to find himself in position to fight a mediocre fighter for a vacant world title somehow, some way. But the Espinoza guy, man, he wanted this more. You could see the grit and the determination that he had coming forward, disregarding any punches that the man Robeisy was throwing, and the man wanted this fight more, man. I mean, and Robeisy Ramirez, like I said, this fight was in front of a whole lot of Cubans over there in Pembroke Pines, Florida, but he came up short. You know what I'm saying? And then he fought a fighter who, like I said, is undefeated and got a serious height advantage, And Robeisy Ramirez wasn't in the trenches. And this guy fought himself a good fight as far as in the later rounds, putting his punches together from a distance, closing the distance, and just battering the man, Robeisy Ramirez. And tonight, he's a new WBO featherweight champion. And now that's three champions in the featherweight division for Mexico. You know, we have Ray Vargas with the WBC strap. We have Espinoza tonight with the WBO. We got the is it Luis Lopez? Luis, the guy who went to England a couple of times, you know what I mean? The guy who knocked out he what's his name? Josh Warrington, you know what I mean? And Michael Conlan, if I'm not mistaken. Uh and I believe we have Lee Wood with the WBA strap, so hey, all them fighters need to go get that money, man. Go fight the man Lee Wood in England, man. Go get that money, you know what I'm saying? But very entertaining fight so far to me. One of the best fights of 2023, fight of the year candidate. And Robeisy Ramirez, man. He's balling, man. He's crying, man. It's not looking good. You watch boxing. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm gone. Peace.